They went from looking healthy to becoming emaciated and dying within around about 6 to 8 weeks.
And that's what raised the alarm bells, I think, just how quickly they went to being quite unwell.
Could it have been a virus? Could it have been something in the water? Could it have been a chemical?
The Port River is one of the few places in the world you'll find wild dolphins living, playing and feeding so close to a capital city.
There they are, there they are! Oh, there's 3.
The Adelaide Dolphin Sanctuary is home to around 30 bottlenose dolphins.
That one's following us.
The marine park is part of South Australia's busiest shipping port.
Look, they're just going under the boat.
But something is making the dolphins in these waterways seriously sick, and authorities are at a loss to explain it. In the past year, 5 young males have died after becoming abnormally thin, and only 1 of 13 calves born in recent years has survived.
What we suspect is that there's something that's caused their immune system to be suppressed, and then that's led to other complications, but we can't find a single cause as yet.
A special task force has spent the past 9 months trying to unravel the mystery, with fears growing the pod could be lost forever.
This area is a previous industrial area, and so there's a lot of legacy pollutants in the system. So we are looking at whether that's having an impact. Also trying to look at genetics and then other things that might be in the stormwater or in the water system itself.
The sanctuary was created in 2005 to protect the dolphins and habitat after a spate of cruel attacks. Melody Horrell, a young research volunteer at the time, pushed hard for the sanctuary after striking up a unique friendship with a dolphin called Jock.
I saw this disfigured dolphin from the research boat. Lots of scars from hooks in his gums, and he had a scar on his side from being speared.
What happened the first time you jumped in the water with Jock?
That was possibly one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. He slid up against my hand and his skin just felt like the finest silk. It was so soft. And he was so gentle and so accepting of my presence. He seemed to be as interested in me as I was in him. He loved to play chasey. He would love to push me along in the water at breakneck speed.
Over the next 3 years, that solitary dolphin became so much more than a research subject.
He was alone, he was scarred. He seemed to be adrift in the world. He seemed so lonely, and in many respects I was too.
Melody carried deep scars from a childhood plagued by violence.
My mother and father became physically violent with one another regularly. I get waked in the process of trying to break up the fights.
So what happened to your dad?
He ended up attacking my mother and going to jail, and I had to testify against him in court. And he ended up taking his own life when he got out of jail.
Melody's extraordinary bond with Jock was a gift that would change her life.
To just experience that unconditional trust from this totally wild animal made me realise that I can trust again.
What happened to Jock?
We were able to introduce him to other dolphins, and I remember tears streaming down my cheek, and I looked over the front of the boat and Jock turned onto his side, and I looked straight into his eyes, and it was as if he was saying, you know, goodbye. And that final connection, I guess, was just both heartbreaking and liberating.
But there was more heartbreak to come.
Jock died. We don't know how. The autopsy found high levels of a particular chemical in his system, and he did have a wound on his side, but we don't know what caused that.
3 decades after Jock saved Melody, she's determined to repay the favour.
As long as there is a will to protect and conserve the Port River dolphins, then there will always be the Port River dolphins. We just have to ensure that happens. And I think we can. I hold hope.
We still have a significant number of dolphins in the dolphin sanctuary that are thriving, and we're doing everything we can to try and make sure the environment here is healthy for them.
Somehow we as human beings have to live together
in this environment, along with the dolphins, and make it work. To lose support with the dolphins would just be tragic. It can't happen. It can't happen.
And Melody has written a book about her incredible friendship with Jock. Just head to our website for all of the details.